guys, Tire Runners 2 here, remaking another vlog that I just got finished with. Not to sneeze. Anyways, got done watching the Wrath of El Super Beasto, or sorry, the Haunted World of El Super Beasto by Rob Zombie, which I still argue with people had to have had at least a little smidgen of work from Spumco. You know, John K's company, you know, the maker of Ren and Stimpy and Ripping Friends and all those fucking... Actually, he did a lot more work than you expect. Sure, he didn't do anything important, but some of the commercials for NBC he did. He did some commercials for Old Navy, shit like that. Completely off the record. Has nothing to do with anything. Oh yeah, he made some Japanese commercials. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The show looks way too Spumco-ish, if you know what I mean. Plus, even for somebody like me who has a very disturbing sense of humor, and I love dark comedy, raunchy comedy, I love slapstick, I love tangential humor, I love, subtle humor somewhat, if you get the joke. Yeah, not a big fan of inside jokes if you put them in a movie for everybody to watch. Beside the point. It's a good movie. Animation needs a better tune-up. They should have put it up to Ren and Stimpy levels. I think so. And yeah, maybe he should have pulled back just a little bit on the vulgarness, because at times that vulgarness gets so over the top that you don't even it's so over the top to the point where it's not funny. To the point where it's just plain fucking childish. And it's just boring and stupid. It just gets like, oh my god. Like, this ain't funny. But to be honest, it's not a bad movie. It's the kind of movie that I like, but would never recommend. I have a lot of movies like that. I like it a lot, but you feel as though not many people are going to like it. Plus, I heard mixed reviews on it before I watched it anyway, so. Anyways, yeah. Oh yeah, let's take a look at another show that I've been watching just for the sake of riffing. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Aaron Stone. This show is terrible. Why? Well, I understand, yeah, it's supposed to be for kids, but sometimes kids need a lot tougher material. I mean, fuck. I'm coming from the generation that grew up with, well, not only Ren and Stimpy, but we grew up with Sonic Sat AM, Batman the Animated Series, what other heavy shows were there? X-Men, Spider-Man to some extent, Animaniacs, Tiny Toons goes the same with Animaniacs, it's got the same humor as Animaniacs. All sorts of shows that had a lot of adult humor and were pure fucking character builders. They're great. Oh yeah, Beavis and Butthead, even though that one wasn't necessarily for kids. Anyways, even though, you know, the show wasn't for kids, most of us still watched it and didn't give a shit. Those shows like those were fucking character builders. So why can't we get that from fucking Aaron Stone? The only show that we got that kind of resembled what we grew up with was Avatar: The Last Airbender, which was a damn good show. Which, by the way, I heard Carlisle became a huge fan of. Carlisle from Spill. He fucking loves that show. It is a really good show, but past that, yeah. The show basically is they use lasers to fight crime and really over-the-top people. Like, I mean, the show has such a horrible budget that they have to pass off actors as androids. Now, I'll admit, the bald one, one of the main characters in that show, the bald guy, the bald android, he's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty comical, but I think he's the only shining moment in this fucking show. And, you know, I've watched small portions of the first season, and yeah, it sucks, but second season's even worse. Why? Because it's a blatant fucking, it's a fucking X-Men ripoff. Basically, they do everybody. It's pretty much if Wolverine and the regular X-Men joined the Brotherhood. with Magneto and everybody else, because you got Magneto, who's basically the father, who has telekinesis. Not to mention, it's really, really obvious. And he wears one of the stupidest masks I've ever seen. There's no fucking way you can take him seriously with this mask on. You have a guy who thinks he's a rat. Actually, to be honest, he's just a fucking crackhead. Stupid shit like that. You have a girl who spits out bugs that can control you. You know, brainwash you, control your mind control. Now, if they had Toad, please make it a girl. Yes, everybody knows by now. It's been, what, a couple of videos since everybody knows I've got a fucking tongue fetish. A long tongue fetish. Well, girl tongue in general. But right now, it's a long tongue fetish. But anyways, can somebody give justice to long tongue girls out there? Please? I mean, what I see, media just presents it out. Oh, when it comes to tongues, men are only men are only allowed to have long tongues, and women will be impressed by that, or wouldn't be impressed by that because you can eat their pussy really, really well because they can stick it directly in the pussy. Like, not exactly. Just because you got a long tongue doesn't mean you can eat pussy. Though I wouldn't know from experience. Though Blue Magus himself told me that even though he said his tongue is about as long as mine, mine's not very long, see? I can't go past my chin and I can't touch my nose. Anyways, one thing that kind of bothers me about that is just, oh, why is it, you know, when it comes to watching a girl her lips with her fucking tongue, yet you get more publicity when a guy has a long tongue. The perfect example, what's that guy's name? Tongue Boy Nick. You know, to be honest, I don't hear about that fucker anymore. I haven't heard about him since last year, and he's had the record for the longest tongue in the U.S. What kind of annoys the shit out of me is most comments when it comes to women say shit like, oh, that's so comfortable, oh, wait a minute, why is it, why, I always thought that a long tongue would impress a girl more than a guy. Like, no, why? It just has to impress a girl just because you can eat pussy? Well, there are other uses for it, you know. How's about being able to jerk somebody off with your tongue? Yeah, I know I'm getting pretty raunchy with this, and I know a lot of people might not want to hear this, but I just had to get this rant out. I mean, you could literally wrap a tongue like that around a dick. It would be pretty sweet. If somebody had a long tongue like that, you just go... That'd be hot. To me, anyways. But, oh, according to the media and everything, it's gotta have that... Yeah. Yep. Hate to get rated R right now, but... Yeah, I'm not even gonna go into that. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, the only girl character I've seen in which she has a really long tongue that she fights with is Mystique Sonia from Hero 108. Which, by the way, that show is completely fucking terrible. Mystique Sonia is the only reason I watch that show. Because she, like I said, brings justice to girls with long tongues. Thank fucking God they made a character like that. And they finally singled out Orochimaru. If anybody heard my little podcast, you probably know my little unfortunate experience with that guy. I won't go into details, and I'm not going to tell you about it at all, because I'm still kind of embarrassed by it. But, you know, I'm going way too much into detail, and I probably creeped out a bunch of people. Although Shadowcat has asked me, because I guess he noticed that I've favored a lot of long tongue girl videos. But I guess, you know, I'm going to start reviewing movies, you know, latest movies that come out that catch my interest, that's worth reviewing. Though I would love to see some more horror. put into the mix. Haven't seen much horror lately. Anyways, my question of the day, which I'm going to start doing from now on, send me a response or anything, is what's your fetish? If you don't have one, you don't have to send me one. Send me a comment. Fine. Yeah, because I know there are fetishes for just about everything. Even bodily fluid, which kind of disgusts me. You know, there are macabre fetishes, too. Yeah, I've got a macabre sense of humor. So, anyways, that's about it. I'm Ty2, and I will catch you later. Oh yeah, by the way, again, Aaron Stone, there's a third, the new episode that comes out when it gets uploaded here, because all the episodes get uploaded. I'm going to review it. That is all.